welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be doing a mukbang, and you're in luck because today's menu is really yummy and I'm really positive you're gonna be hungry after you watch this. Okay, so to begin, I'm gonna introduce to you what I'm gonna eat today. I have here basmati rice with black beans that I boiled in some vegetable broth, and I put curry powder, nutritional yeast, garlic salt, coconut aminos, and some saffron as well. And I finished it off with some truffle salt. So look at that. I mean, doesn't that look amazing? I mean, it's certainly calling out to me, and I bet it's calling out to you. So, all right, not to be outdone, this here is a vegetable stir fry that I did, okay? I put some kale here, some yellow summer squash, maitake mushrooms. I love maitake mushrooms because they're really sort of, hearty, and they have a really robust flavor. And take a look at that. I mean, come on, right? Come on. Okay. Yeah, I sauteed this in coconut aminos and a little bit of mushroom seasoning, which is used in a lot of Chinese vegetarian cooking. And what it is, it's the extract from the shiitake mushroom. Okay, there is no preservatives or chemicals or whatnot in the mushroom seasoning. And basically, it just amps up the flavor of, anything that you want, like stir fries or soups or whatnot. Throw it in, and you know what? You're gonna have an amazing, amazing meal. So I'm gonna start by tasting this rice. As you know, I am queen of rice. I love my carbs, and I eat carbs. I mean, unprocessed whole food carbs, especially rice, at every meal, or most meals. So, okay, we're gonna give it a go. Wow. Okay. If you want to elevate something so simple, like a rice dish, first of all, the best thing to do is to throw in some herbs when you're boiling it. I put in a bay leaf, and that sets the foundation for this. And then I threw in the saffron, curry powder, salt, vegetable broth. And I cooked this all, in a rice cooker. So, it's perfect because the rice cooker knows how to make the rice cook evenly. And so it always comes out like perfect. So a tip for you guys, if you really want perfect, good rice, and you don't want to stress about figuring out how much time you need it, to cook it over the stove, get a rice cooker. I really love basmati rice. It's one of my favorite types of rice because it's really light and fluffy. It's not as heavy or starchy as say short grain Japanese rice, which I also love. But on a day if you want to eat a little lighter and still get your carbs in and get your rice in, basmati rice is like the bomb. Okay. So I'm gonna have this with some kale, some, I have pepper, orange pepper. Wow. I can never get tired of eating this dish. Like I said, I make it every now and then. I love beans and rice because when you put beans with rice and when you bite into the beans, it's so creamy and it bursts in your mouth, and then like you have that fluffy rice that kind of surrounds it. No words. No words to describe like how good that is. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go in for some mitake mushrooms. I love the sauce. I love like drowning my rice in sauce. It's the way, you know, as Chinese, as Asians, that's how we eat rice. A lot of us love putting sauce on the rice, and this is how you eat it, right? Some sauce on the rice, vegetable. Oh my goodness. Wow. I got these organic vegetables today from the supermarket. Super fresh. Super fresh. This is sort of so savory, you know, from the mushroom seasoning, this dish here. But you pair it with that coconut aminos, it gives it a tinge of sweetness. And then you come over here, you have the saffron and the curry, the creamy beans, that rice, you know, that's fluffy and delectable. All together, I just don't want to stop eating. I mean, this is like ridiculous. This is like amazing. This is like too good. It's a gorgeous Sunday, and you know, there's nothing else I want to do but eat and talk to you guys. So, today I'm going to talk about a few things. You know, connect with you guys, bond with you guys, and so that you can get to know me a little better. Some of you might have followed me for a while. You know, I do my skincare stuff, and then I do the vegan food. So, you know, there's more to me than that. So, one of the things that I want to discuss today is, I guess, this philosophy has kind of been really dominant in my life, okay? Which is change is good, all right? Now, mind you, I'm actually a Capricorn, so I'm really into routine. I'm really into planning. I love things that are, you know, set in stone. You know, I'm a crazy compulsive planner. You know, I love things to be set in a certain way. But the way my life has been in the last 8 to 9 months, a lot of change has happened. You know. And so I want to share with all of you guys this quote by Curried, and I found this on Instagram. He's got like a really cool Instagram account, and you know, if you go to his account, he's got amazing quotes there. And this quote here, I love, and it says, "You are being presented with a choice: evolve or remain. If you choose to remain unchanged, you will be presented with the same challenges, the same routine, the same storms, the same situations until you learn from them, until you love yourself enough to say no more, until you choose change. If you choose to evolve, you will connect with the strength within you. You will explore what lies outside the comfort zone. You will be awakened to love. You will become, you will be. You have everything you need. Choose to evolve. Choose love." So I thought I wanted to share with you, you know, because I feel like this quote applies to my life, you know, so much right now. I've gone through a lot of changes, and I've actually consciously decided to make these changes because I think I was feeling a little stagnated, and I was thinking, it's time for self-growth. It's time for some sort of self-invention. First of all, I decided to get rid of a lot of unwanted stuff, a lot of unwanted stuff that I have at home, sitting in storage, in my storage closet, I have a lot of junk in there. And like even clothes that like I don't wear anymore, that are just sitting in there, things that are taking up space, things that are cluttering my home, and kind of in a weird way cluttering my existence as well. I decided, you know what? I just want some sense of clarity. I just want to start living simply, minimalistically, and mindfully. And just own the things that matter to me and just, have things that matter to me rather than to have like all this stuff that's been stored away that I don't care about. I just want declutter. I want space and I want to simplify my life. So then I started like this crazy, orchestration, of reorchestration of my life and my space. I started to give a lot of stuff away, to Goodwill. I gave like clothes. I gave like old like decorative like ornaments for my home. I gave like, shoes, all kinds of stuff. I gave them all away. Donated them. And you know what? It felt so liberating to do that. It just felt amazing to do that because all the things that I used to be attached to or so afraid of losing, I decided, you know what? I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need the unnecessary things in my life. And so when I started clearing all this stuff out from my home, everything that I have, I already have, and it feels really freeing to not need anything anymore. So that was the one thing, one big change, clearing my space. The other change is I care for the environment. And so I decided to go green, with the energy in my home. I called up the company that like provides electricity for my home. Told them, you know what, I want to go green. I don't want to use like this shitty electricity anymore. I want to go green. I want green power. And so now my entire home is powered, with sustainable green energy, And it feels so good that I'm inching towards, a more conscious existence to the environment and to the planet. And so, yeah, it feels good. So that was another change. Third change, the biggest change, like right now, I left my old job and joined, a new company, and I now have a new job. Bear in mind, this is big because a lot of people who know me for what I used to do at my old job, I was always associated with that job. I've been there for more than 10 years, and people in the industry who knew who I was working in that job always, like I said, associated me with that job that, oh, she'll never leave that job, Because you know what? I love routine. I love having that pattern in my life. And so when I left, and now that I'm with this new job, so many things have opened up in my life. All these new opportunities, for growth, and I'm being challenged every day when I go to work. If you guys want to know, I'm actually a post-production supervisor in the post-production film industry. And so every day I drive to work completely terrified because of how challenging and demanding this new, you know, position is in my life. I'm terrified when I'm driving to work. But when I'm there, I feel exhilarated, I feel excited, I feel happy because I'm learning all these new things and learning all these different parts of myself and seeing myself evolve and grow and accept challenges. And it's like falling in love, you know, when you're terrified and yet you're so excited and exhilarated at the same time. I cannot explain to you, but I feel like I'm in love with this new me. And it feels really, really good for the first time in a long, long time. So what I'm trying to say is that change is necessary if you want to move past, you know, this point in your life. If you want to reach for your goals and your dreams, you cannot be afraid of change. And for me, it was a big deal, you know, knowing that I love my routine, making that step, making that conscious decision to live mindfully. I don't regret it. You know, I don't regret it at all. I love where I am today, you know, where I am today. This is so good. I have like a love affair with mushrooms. I love the maitake mushrooms because of their texture. So crunchy. My gosh. So what I'm eating in front of you right now is the kind of food that I really eat like on a normal day. I'm not like one of those mukbang like stars, you know, on YouTube. They eat stuff that they usually wouldn't eat, but they like eat like stuff that like will draw the views, you know, or certain things that like they'll eat like really like guilty. They'll eat like your guilty pleasure that you always dream of eating, you know, like they'll eat like a huge freaking stack of waffles, you know, things like that are really like overkill, unhealthy. But I'm just showing you what I like to eat, you know, whole foods that are healthy. I'm not doing this reviews. I'm just sharing with you how important it is to eat good food that's good for you, that's going to nourish you, and that's not going to make you feel sick the next day, you know. So this channel here isn't about feeding your guilty pleasures so much. It's more about celebrating how beautiful healthy food can be, you know, and that's what I want to do. So I put a lot of garlic in this. I love like garlic cloves, and I slice them like this. I don't mince the garlic when I do my stir fry. I slice it into like sort of like crescent moons, you know, kind of like this. And then eat it on its own. And it's so sweet and creamy. I love like garlic and stir fry. So I cook very little with oil since I'm a high carb, low fat vegan. So this entire meal here is oil free. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do love the taste of oil, but I just don't like cooking it at home. It's just, I'm so used to making food without it, and it's less messy to clean up, you know. Nothing's too oily or greasy when I'm washing the dishes. It's so simple, and I mean, it's just so fuss-free. But when I go out on weekends, yeah, if I'm at a restaurant, I'm not gonna say no. I'm just gonna eat, you know, what they have. And there's bound to be oil. But when I'm at home, and for about 5 days a week, it's usually very, very clean food. And fats would be like avocado, you know, like a healthy whole food kind of fat. So the last thing I want to talk about, which is something that's been on my mind lately, is the importance of practicing gratitude. And it's something I really want to share with you guys too. I'm not preaching or anything, don't get me wrong. I'm not using this channel as a means to preach. It's more about sharing like my philosophies on life, okay? And one of the things that that's so important to me right now is practicing gratitude and being grateful for all the things that you have in your life. Because when you practice gratitude, you could be the poorest guy on earth. Okay, you can have as little possessions as possible. But if you're grateful for all the little things that you have, it magnifies all the possessions or all the things that you own, you know? Whereas if you're this super rich guy, you make tons of money, drive, you know, you have a collection of cars and you drive the best cars, you know, you're constantly going to restaurants and eating the best food and all that. But if you're not grateful for all the things that you have and you don't practice gratitude, you could be the richest guy on this earth, but still be the poorest guy, you know, because nothing satisfies you. Nothing is ever enough. But when you practice gratitude, you are living in abundance. You are creating an abundant existence. So, you know, I'm just so grateful for every little thing that I have. And it gives me happiness, you know. I'm so happy to wake up every morning being grateful, you know, to be healthy. Being grateful to be able to cook awesome, healthy, plant-based food. I'm even grateful for this like green pan that I have. It's a green pan because it's not made with toxic materials, environmentally friendly, and it's really safe for cooking. So even things like that, you know, my little things that I own, all my little things, I just love, you know, I just make sure that I remind myself how lucky I am to, you know, to have all the things that I have. And that is the key to happiness, you know? When you can just appreciate the simple things in life and, yeah, and not take anything for granted. So, I'm going to leave you with that thought, and I'm going to go, because I like to eat alone. I love having solitude with my food. I feel like eating is such a private experience for me. You know, I just love having my time to bond with the food that I cook, because I cook with a lot of love. So I eat with a lot of love. And that being said, I really enjoyed chatting with you guys and sharing with you some aspects of my life. If you have any questions, you can leave them down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. And let me know if you like these mukbangs. You know, if you want me to continue making them, I can do them once in a while. All right, so I hope you have a, you know, good rest of the day, and be well, practice gratitude, practice change, and love yourself and enjoy your life. All right.